Hello, everybody. Welcome to another daily dose of your gaming news and all that good stuff. I'm a little bit with a runny nose. I don't know if it is the weather here. Got like this yesterday, but yeah, let's do this. So, AMD Ryzen, the X3D 7000 series. Supposedly, it's going to be unlocked for overclocking. We don't know still if it is like an error because supposedly the X3D chips are already like fine-tuned for maximum performance, or if it is like the PBO, which is from AMD, like the precise boost overdrive, which is like one click on the BIOS, you just turn it on and it tries to boost itself the better it can, depending on the conditions of the workload. um, but usually the previous one didn't have, it was like locked, the 58,000 X3D, no, 5800 X3D, sorry, not 1000, was like locked, so it wasn't possible to do any kind of like even PBO on that CPU. We don't know. Supposedly this might be like a typo with the 14 February release date. Still, this new X3D chips are going, CPUs are going to come out in February. We just don't know. I assume like late February. I assume that they are trying to get all the kinks around these new X3D CPUs. But yeah, don't get your hopes too high regarding this one. And sorry, we might start see. I don't know. There is a lot of holes here. I don't know how much this chip will cost. Uh, but regarding relatively to the X and non-X CPUs that already came out, we will see. Maybe middle of the road here, also here middle of the road, like the 420, 450, 15, give or take, I don't know. We will see how it goes. For sure we'll let you know how the pricing and all that good stuff and the performance is relative to the other CPUs. So in other news, the power shows what basically metal liquid can do to aluminum. Very interesting because there are some uh, application precautions that you need to do when putting metal liquid on a chip itself, like CPU or GPU. Usually, you need to isolate a lot of stuff here around need to isolate here around the chip itself so it doesn't leak over to like the memory stuff or even like this thing, the capacitors and everything. And sometimes these kind of liquid metals have like a gallium alloy in them, and alloy just eats aluminium like nobody's business. And here there is like a basically a showcase of what happens when that alloy is put it, because usually because gallium has a very low melting point, like almost temperature point, it's good, so it conducts way better the temperatures to the heat sink. But yeah, don't try for yourself. Just for me, I always prefer thermal paste. It doesn't melt even if it spills over a little bit. If you do like maintenance on the GPU, for say, use thermal paste, a good one, and you should be good. Don't try to put like a liquid metal stuff here that if you don't know what you're doing, and it's kind of tricky isolating this part here with a liquid metal. But yeah, I leave the video here on the article itself, so be very careful. And I spoke about Forspoken from a few times now, and I didn't like the video showcases, and I saw like a little bit of gameplay from the demo. I didn't like it. It all red flags, and I read now that it come out some reviews. Basically, the title says it all. Stylish action and movement doesn't entirely salvage this game potential. Supposedly, the game has a lot of potential of how it tries to set it up itself. I saw comparisons like the infamous series kind of thing, but the story is bland. Um, the voice acting, I think it's decent, but it doesn't serve the. But it's everything is badly written. The main character just relies on swearing a lot, like a over exaggerated stereotype of a New Yorker, and it's the tropes. It's like an orphan person that goes and then it's transported to a world, and then basically has everything like a bracelet. The bracelet itself, I think it's annoying when they are always quipping about. A lot of game mechanics are not broken, but they are bland. There is nothing like trying to be new or inventive in any way. And also, I think the open world is, from what I understood, is very empty. A lot of repetitive things here, just basically fetch quest stuff. You just kill an enemy to get a bonus here and there. A lot of unlockables. It's kind of worse of what we know from open worlds from Ubisoft. Everything then I think it's on the map, but like things that are there is like some little mana pools that are spread across the world, and I think everything is on the map. I think it's very cluttered from what I saw, but yeah, and a lot of people say really don't buy it unless you just want to numb yourself in a game, just pressing the same button and going about it that way. Basically, not a good game, unfortunately. I was having some hopes that the trailers and everything that we saw would come out some kind of decent game at least, but no. Basically, this is very, very weak sauce game. But yeah. Regarding news, we only have this. For gaming deals, still the new Lunar Year stuff from Chinese. And I got some new promotions here. For example, Nino Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom. I think this is the first one, the remastered one, if I'm not mistaken. I'm never sure between this and the other game, Nino Kuni, but I think this is the remastered one. So or I don't know, but it's in promotion, 80% off, which is a good deal in any game. Days Gone again, now it's on promotion also, 67% off, and Wasteland Free. I'm just waiting. I like this kind of games, 60% off or 50% in the base game. The digital deluxe is basically 60 the same price, so it's more discounted. And basically this is it for games. If you are curious about more games, I covered in the last two videos more deals with the links of the games in the description itself on the video. And I'm trying not to overextend too much here today again, so let's wrap this up with my GoGetFundMe for me to upgrade my PC to deliver better and more content for my private clients, starting to do some video stuff, more stuff regarding image editing, and of course in my free spare time doing my daily videos, upgrade their quality also, and scripted videos and gameplay series. And with all that said, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next one. Till then, Kunamy Master out.